Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
ଗୋଟେ 2 ମିନିଟ୍ ପରେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା। ପିଲା ଜଏନ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
Yes, sir.
Okay, ମୁଁ ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ସେୟାର କରୁଛି। ଦେଖା ହେଲେ କହିବ ମୋତେ। ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ଦେଖା ଲାଗି।
Yes, sir.
Okay, today we'll revise few things, whatever we studied in last 2 class. We studied about 4 personality. First आरंभ कले हमें F.W. Taylor was given some principle. Then Henry Fayol. Then Mary Parker Follet. Then Elton Mayo. This 4 personality we studied. ସେମାନେ कौन कौन कहले मैनेजमेंट रो प्रिंसिपल ताको हमें टिके रिवाइज करिया. Then we'll go for a new topic. Okay. First we start with F.W. Taylor. We'll quickly go through the principles. He has given 4 principles. I'm going through the principal slides directly. We'll talk about that. 4 principles he have given F.W. Taylor. The first one is work breakdown structure. Whenever you work, you break it down, you split it into small pieces so that allocation and completing work will be easy. Then the second thing is coaching, training, teaching, developing employee satisfaction. Employee, suppose you are giving some work, you are making sure ଯିଏ ସେ କାମଟା କରୁଛି ସେ ପ୍ରପରଲି ଟ୍ରେନିଂ କୋଚିଂ ଜାଣିଛି କି ନାହିଁ. Third one is cooperation, helping each other. That means within a team, whenever you are working in your culture, in your work environment, everyone is helping, you are getting required help or not, or you helping your subordinate who is a new person who doesn't know anything. So you are giving required training or not. That is the third one. Fourth one is dividing the responsibility between the management and the workers. It's properly allocate the work. At the management take over all the work and they are better than the workers. That means I was talking about knowledge. Manager is aware of what you are doing. Suppose you are giving some work to someone, you don't know the work. You should give, maybe you cannot work physically, but you know the techniques. तमरो कामरे आइडिया थिया दरकार तुमे जानि थिया दरकार तमे लोकंको बुझी पारथुआ. You have that knowledge. If you don't know anything, what is the work, then people may bluff. तमे जानो काम देछ तमे जे किछ जानि से काम विषय से तुमको ठगी पारे भूतेई पारे. तमे यदि सब कथा जानि जा, then you can interfere, you can give a proper plan, you can instruct. These are the principles given by F.W. Taylor. Then we'll go for Henry Fayol, who was given 14 principles. We'll directly go to the principle slide. This one, 14 principles. The first one is division of work. It is related to same work breakdown structure, breaking the work into multiple pieces, work breakdown, division of our work. How we are dividing the work between different employees based on their skills, based on their competency, what they do. So, and based on that, you are dividing the work. Second thing is authority and responsibility. Authority comes along with responsibility, I was telling you. So, if you are not authorized to do certain things, you cannot complete your work properly. So that means you are given required authority. तुमको गोटे काम करिया देछि ता पय जहाज दरकार तमरा जिंस किनिया दरकार मटेरियल दरकार तम पार अथॉरिटी अछि. You should have minimum power. If you don't have that, then you cannot perform well. Authority and responsibility. Discipline. Discipline means minimum discipline one should have in the work. It's this self-explanatory. Discipline means properly time rasiva, time rejiva, time finish kariva, instruction maniva. These are discipline. तमे निजे गोटे काम करछ, you cannot work on your way. You have to listen someone, you have to obey someone, you have to do the proper work, whatever the instruction given. So that is called discipline. Then unity of command and unity of direction. These two I was telling. Unit of command means you should have one person who is giving the command. You should not have multiple command, multiple instruction. People are telling you different things. So you should have one person who is giving the instruction. जणे हितले तुमको कामटा करने को इजी हो. Unit of direction. Unit of direction means तमे जो कामटा करूच तम संगे जो कामटा करूची तम तम सबऑर्डिनेट हो किंबा तमर संगे गोटे एम्प्लॉय हो जो कामटा करूची both are in the same direction, same goal. You cannot work in one direction, your friend cannot work in other direction. Suppose you are achieving a common goal, so all of you are working under that goal. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନ ଗୋଟେ ଆଚିଭମେଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ୟୁନିଟ ଅଫ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନ. ତମେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରୁଛ ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଯିଏ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସିଏ ଯଦି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତେଣୁ ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନ ହେଇଯିବ. But you are working on the same direction, same aim, same goal. So that is unit of direction. Collaborative interest over individual interest. एटा तुमको बुझे दिले जोंटी माने आसुची तमरा निजर माने कोनटा को जाय माने सेल्फिशनेस अनेक बेले कोन है you skip the team spirit, team achievement, then you focus on individual achievement. That is something not allowed in the organization, in the team. You always think about the team interest, organization interest, collective interest, not your individual interest. First, the organization goal, team goal is priority, then next comes through your individual goal. You cannot work individually in the cost of team. एटा बुझी पारलो. रेमुनरेशन होची तमरा रिटर्न ने कोन पाउछ. Fayol has given this principle that employees should pay their wages for their work. मैं जहाँ काम करछा मुझे लगे किसी दरमा किसी सैलरी किसी मजूरी पाउछ. That is the compensation, that is the due you are expecting whenever you are serving something, you are working something. So if you are less paid, if you are not getting that money, तमरा मोटिवेशन आछबे कि काम करबानी. तेणु every time you will have proper remuneration, proper reward, whatever you are giving, whatever you are working. So this is one important principle. Centralization. Centralization means power consideration. Power consideration, that means the main instruction coming from top level to bottom level. So always the instruction, the power is flowing from top to bottom. One person has the main direction, main steering, main what is that called? Main instruction or main goal of the organization. That is centralization. And that person is giving the direction to the subordinate, to his employee. Then those people are giving to their employee. So it is coming from top to bottom, whoever in the lower direction. So whenever you are working, so you are getting instruction from your supervisor, your manager. Your manager is getting his manager from his manager. His manager is getting from his direction, his company head, like that. So every time the instruction is coming from top to bottom. That is centralized. Scala chain is related to communication between the supervisor and employee. So that it's related to the same communication and direction. How the instruction is coming from the top management to bottom. That is communication. Order is nothing but the availability of resources. So if you are working and you need some resource, so is that resource is available on time at your point. So that means suppose you need some raw material, you need some money, you need some time. That means company is able to arrange that on time based on your requirement. So that is with purchase proper purchase procedure. So that means generating a purchase order or whatever is coming. Suppose you are getting a raw material shortage. So you are asking you need raw material, so the production will continue. Otherwise, the production will stop. So if you don't get raw material, you have given 1 day, 2 day time. So you cannot tell once the raw material is finished. So something is in your hand, you are telling. So that means you are getting that raw material on time. So that is order. Equity. Equity means everyone is treated as equally. Whether as a top level person, as bottom level person, any employee organization is treated equally. Whether is a peon or is a security guard or is a CEO. So every person is treated as equality. Stability of tenure and of personnel. This principle says about the security, job security, and reducing the manpower, workforce, manforce, minimize the staff turnover, and maximize the efficiency. जिते कम लोक रहे तुम अधिक काम कर प्लस जॉब सिक्योरिटी तुम यदि चाकरी तुम गारंटी नहीं काली अच्छी कि नहीं काली कंपनी बंद हो गई then you will not work properly. You will start looking at different place to work. That job security is important, stability is important, and how we are minimizing and maximizing the profit, minimizing the staff and maximize the profit is important. This principle says about that. Initiative. Initiative means this is also self-explanatory. Initiative means anything you are thinking innovatively and applying in your work. Suppose you are working, you are producing something, you are doing something which takes you 10 hours. You thought of something which will reduce your work to 5 hours. So that means you apply innovation. Suppose you have given a typing work or a recording work or whatever. In that work, it is taking 10 hours. So you are doing something, you are thinking something innovatively, which will take 5 hours, which will reduce your time. That means you innovated. Whether you do the same work repeatedly, whenever doing repeated job, you are applying copy paste or whatever. That, I'm giving one example. That means you are innovative. You are doing the same work in the less time. So that means you are innovative. The last principle is a team spirit. Team spirit means when you are working on a team, when you are working in an organization, everyone is working in the same goal. We discussed earlier also. Same goal, same objective, and helping each other. So you should have a motive, you should have intention, you should have attitude that everyone is working as a together, as one person. If you have ego, if you are fighting with colleague, then you will not have good production. So you are not productive at all. If you help each other, if you are working together, that means you will have a good team spirit. So these are the 14 principles given by Henry Fayol. ଜାଣିପାରିଲ? Then we'll go to Follet, Mary Parker Follet. This thing we discussed in the last class. She basically focused on individuals, persons, employees, direct contact. Direct contact means what? So whoever working, they should have direct contact with their supervisor. They should talk directly for any conflict, any misunderstanding, any doubts they have. So they should get the direct instruction, early stage. Involving employees in the early stage of discussion, early stage of planning. Suppose one person is working a junior person, we should not think like junior, senior. Maybe that person can contribute something in the business, in the planning. So involving everyone, the right person in the early stage. Reciprocal relationship. Reciprocal relationship means treating everyone as same, as equally. Every worker, regardless of their levels in the hierarchy, is responsible for pulling their weight and integrated with the rest of the organization. That means everyone is same in the eyes of you. That is reciprocal relationship. No one in the team is less or more, or less privileged or more privileged, or who is less, who is getting less salary or who is getting more salary. You cannot discriminate people based on that. In that sense, it is telling reciprocal relation. You should have a good relations with everyone. Then continuous process. Continuous process is what? That means whatever you are working, your performance is continuous. You cannot perform well today and tomorrow you can forget everything. So if you are working in an organization, working under someone, you should continuously perform every day. Then only, suppose you are doing a good job today, tomorrow also you should do a good job. Day after also you should do a good job. Suppose today you are working fine, tomorrow you are forgetting everything, you are dull. Day after you are totally cheating. So that means what? ମୁଁ କେହି ପସନ୍ଦ କରିବେନି ତମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ତମର ପରଫର୍ମାନ୍ସ ଟାକୁ କେମିତି ଇମ୍ପ୍ରୁଭ ହବ କେମିତି ତମର ଏଫିସିଏନ୍ସି ବଢିବ ଯେକୌଣସି ଜିନିଷ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ମେସିନ ଆଜି କାମ କରୁଛି କାଲି କାମ କରୁନି ତମେ ତାକୁ ରଖିବ କି ଯୋଉ ମେସିନଟା ସବୁଦିନ ତମର କାମ କରୁଛି you can depend on that, you can keep on that. That is called continuous process. These 4 principles given by Follet, Mary Parker Follet. Then we'll go for Mayo. Mayo believes in groups, in working in togetherness, which increase a lot of motivation. So definitely, if you are working with a team, in a group, in an organization where a lot of people are working, versus you are working as a single, isolated. So that means your performance definitely will increase in the group. So their principle is Individual workers must seen as a member of a group and not treated in isolation. Suppose ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ organization head, ମୁଁ ensure ହେବି ଯେ ମୋର employee ମାନେ କେମିତି group ରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, କାହା ଗୋଟେ କୋଣରେ ବସି ଦେଇକି ଗୋଟେ କାମ ଦେଇଦେଲେ ସେ isolation feel କରିବ, ସେ ଜିନିଷଟା। The need to belong to a group was more important to an individual than monetary incentive and good working condition. ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ କାମ ଦଉଛ, then you have to make sure the person is belonging from a group. Only salary, monetary benefits is not important. That's what Mayo is telling. So you should ensure the person is working in a group. Working in a team. So whenever you are allocating the work, you are making sure the person is joining in a team and talking each other. So that is what Mayo believes. In the third principle, informal or unofficial groups formed at the workplace have a strong influence on the behavior of those workers in a group. What she is telling, informal and unofficial groups formed at workplace. People who are isolated, who are working single, in one sense, informal or unofficial groups are formed. So better you create a group, you assign them within that group, and then you'll see the output. And manager, as a manager, you should aware of all the social needs, all the impact, all the behavioral aspect of the person who are working in an organization. Then only you can do the job better. So these are the four person: Taylor, Fayol, Follet, and Mayo. This they are in your syllabus, and these are the principles they have given. So it will come in the short notes, or maybe multiple choice. So you have to understand, refer more books in the library and study, and ask me if you have any question. Then next, after break, we'll go through a new topic, new concept. Anything you have question on this? Are you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
Study further in this concept. Then we'll after break 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we'll join in the same link. Then study something new.
Yes, sir.
Today we'll go at least maximum one slide. Then what is required your study, right? We'll join after 5 minutes. The same link.
Yes, sir.